It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS, brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good afternoon. It's February 24th, 2023, and we're here at Cross Insurance Arena for today's semifinal playoff action between the Lewiston Blue Devils and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, joined today by Mike Hoffer from the Forecaster and the Press Herald. Mike, they say you can't beat a team 3 times in a year. Portland will be put to the test today because they've been beaten twice by Lewiston.
Well, I know the Bulldogs certainly hope that old adage rings true, and Portland's got to feel good about their chances because I know both games, both regular season meetings, had Portland taking a little bit better care of the ball. They probably would have won. So it's not like they got beat by a team that they're miles behind. I think they feel like if they come in here and play their game, they're going to be successful. But the big question mark for me is neither team has played in 8 or 9 days. It's the first time in this building. You just don't know how teams are going to shoot, how they're going to respond. And a lot of times that leads to one team getting out to a big lead and the other team chasing the whole game. The Bulldogs are hoping that they're the team being chased, not doing the chasing.
So, Frank, in a team of really no stars per se, because we have Remy Jowani, Lewiston, on the other hand, has Yusef Takani, and he has really lit it up this year in the Kennebec Valley Conference.
That's right, Steve. One of the best players in the state. Takani had 20 in the season opener against the Bulldogs, 10 in the second matchup. So Portland did devote a little bit of defensive energy to stopping him in that second game. But as you said, he's balanced out by Remy Jowani. Remy Jo only had 8 in the second game. He didn't play in the first. He's the only player that the Bulldogs have who can put in 20-25 points consistently. So I'd look for him to be kind of the catalyst for their offense. Also, I think a big game from Jesse Camus will go a long way.
So, Frank, we heard Mike talk about ball control. Turnovers were a big part of both games with both teams.
I mean, we're looking for our first game between these two teams without 40 combined turnovers. I mean, it was an ugly game the first game, and it was an ugly game the second time. This should be another rock fight. This may be a first team to 45 wins kind of atmosphere because Lewiston's going to come out in that 1-3-1. That gave Portland some fits. You know the Bulldogs are going to play that tight man-to-man in the half court. They're going to throw some zone traps at three-quarter court as well. Whatever team takes care of the basketball and hits their open shots will put this away.
Folks, we had a chance to speak with both coaches, and we're going to bring that to you next. We're here with Coach Elgin Physick. Coach, you have to be pleased with the play of your team this year. This is your second full season as a head coach, and your team is 14-5.
Yep, we didn't start off the greatest like last year, but we were able to get in the middle, really get it going. The kids have been fabulous. It was definitely a challenge graduating 7 seniors, and we figured it out. So we just go out and try to do our best.
Well, Coach, they say, whoever they is, that, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. But you saw, I'm sure, several tendencies of the Portland team. What do you see about them to exploit, and how do you see Portland playing you today?
Well, I think Portland, like anything else, they're going to try to be active. Turnovers, they're going to crash the boards relentlessly. So we're going to try to negate our turnovers and cause them more turnovers. Also, we're going to try to rebound better because I thought when we played them down in the Expo, I didn't think we rebounded well. And, of course, after watching the replays of the games, you guys, I think we had 25 turnovers and they had like 20-something turnovers. So we're hoping to take care of the basketball today.
That seems to be the theme. I think both of the first games, there are 40 turnovers, at least 40 turnovers between the two teams. I want to ask you something a little bit about Yusef Takani, because of all your players, and they're all great, Holloman and Kick and Essie and so many of them, Bigelow, but it seems like Yusef Takani really has stepped up this year.
He really has. I mean, considering as a sophomore, came off the bench, some starts last year, averaged 12 points a game. But again, he really just both ends of the floor, averaging 23 points, 4 assists a game. I believe it was like 6 or 7 rebounds, and then 6 or 7 steals a game. I mean, that's just unheard of. So he's really just stepped it up on both sides of the floor.
Coach, we wish you all the best today. By some, at least, you are the consensus Coach of the Year, and congratulations.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
We're here with Coach Russo. Coach, you've been 5-time state champion, Maine Basketball Hall of Fame, but I suppose you don't really care about that. What you care about is today's game.
Yeah, I care that the kids come focused, but they have a good time. I told them, doesn't matter how you play, enjoy every minute. You don't work hard all year, come here and then be miserable. So I said, keep your head up, go to the next play, just keep playing and enjoy every second, and hopefully we'll be victorious.
Well, Coach, let's just talk a little bit about the first two games. Both teams had combined 40 turnovers in both games. Coach Physics certainly said that one of the key aspects of today's game is ball control. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. Because we're similar teams, we both like to go 94 feet, we both like to press. It creates turnovers. So it's really who's going to make the least amount of turnovers today. So it's going to, and you would expect it to be a high-scoring game, but just funny the way we play each other, it always becomes low-scoring, but you would think just the opposite.
Coach, we wish you all the luck today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
As we wait for the announcements, we had that nice chance to talk to Elgin Physic and Joe Russo, two great coaches, both of whose teams had great seasons, ranked second and third.
As we send it down to John Paradise, the PA announcer, for the introduction of reserves.
Semifinal game between the number 6 ranked Blue Devils of Lewiston High School and the number 3 ranked Bulldogs of Portland High
School. They're ranked 2 and 3 coming in, with Portland ranked second and Lewiston ranked third.
Now let's meet the team members. First, for the visitors from Lewiston High School, a sophomore number 3, Adam Zettinger. Sophomore number 15, Leon Jackson.
Zenninger's Jackson, Lonnie Thomas, Jeffrey Randall,
A junior number 14, Coven Langley.
Coven Langley,
Senior number 2, Yusuf Esty. Senior number
Yusuf Essie, Cade Langley. He's had some great minutes and points this year. And Hutchinson.
A junior number 1, Kevin Rugabera.
Kevin Rugabera, leading scorer in the first game between these two teams. Pepito Garamgisha, Ben Blake, Kenny Antonio, Drew Veyu, Sam Esposito,
A junior number 23, James Johnson.
23 James Johnson, 25 Angelo Arena, and Devin Walker. Hayden Bachman not dressed today, I think nursing a head injury, but a friend of ours, as is Tori, his mom, who had our camera all season. Yusuf Duquesne, the big star for the Blue Devils.
Senior number 2, Kennedy Charles.
Kennedy Charles to counter him.
From Lewiston, a junior number 5, Michael Click.
Michael Click.
I think DeConnie and Charles will see a lot of each other.
And Brady Tower, hopefully,
And a junior number 10, Hayden Boone.
he handles the ball well today.
And number 10, Caden Boone.
Joe Wani. From Lewiston, a senior, number 11, Jabril Holloman.
So Rumi Jowani, Holloman,
Number 14, Patia Donato.
Tia Donato leading scorer in the second game.
Senior number 13, Eli Bigelow.
Eli Bigelow,
Portland, junior number 24, Jesse Camus.
Jesse Camus had a great first game especially.
A big game on the boards from Camus will go a long way for the Bulldogs.
And at the line, if he gets the chance, because he's a good free throw shooter.
No doubt.
So, assistant coaches Joe Giordano, Dan Legate, and Joe Johnson, the manager Joe Miller.
We'll bring you the tip-off next in semifinal action. So it looks like we have Jesse Kamas lining up with Elijah Bigelow for the tip-off.
As Michael Hoffer said, if one team can race out in front here, the other will be playing catch-up for virtually the entire game. This is a difficult building to shoot in. We'll see who has the hot hand early.
Remy Jowani off the tip. Kennedy Charles in the corner on the right side.
2-3 zone from Lewiston to open.
And are we surprised?
I would expect them to play zone the entire game, be it 2-3, 1-3-1. And they are face guarding Remy Jowani.
Yeah, and Portland had some difficulty with the zone. At the end of the season this year, the shot goes up, it doesn't fall, the rebound comes to Boone.
There's Portland and man. Nice hands by Charles.
Jesse Kamas.
Offensive. Yeah.
You saw it a mile away right there, the first foul.
Yeah, nice take there by Boone. He set up for it. And Kamas didn't see it coming. So first turnover and first foul for the Bulldogs.
That's his first team's first.
Here's 2-2-1 three-quarter court from Portland.
And quickly over half court, though. And now Portland seems to be settling into a 2-3.
Yep, 2-3 themselves. Again, zone on zone. Not surprising with two teams that have athletes. The zone can kind of slow them down a little bit.
And I think both coaches recognize the athleticism of their teams. And of course, we heard Coach Russo talk about that as well.
And it seems counterintuitive. You assume athletic teams, high-scoring game. But instead, we have athletic teams in a zone and hard to score against the zone for teams that are used to running 94 feet.
So click to inbound.
And Bulldogs man-to-man on the inbound.
Boone. The zone seems to be keeping both teams in check at the moment.
The Bulldogs have matched up the man-to-man here.
A bump, no call.
Yeah, very fortuitous non-call from Portland.
Remy Jowani with the rebound. Patia Donato on the left side. Oh, goodness. Turnover. As Brady Tower could not handle that pass.
Got to be secure with the basketball. There we are, 2 minutes in, 2 turnovers. A turnover a minute is too fast pace.
We've got 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score yet. Did you expect a low-scoring game?
I would say so, Steve. Again, it might be the first team to 45 wins. Especially you add in the added factor of the Civic Center, kind of tough shooting background. Two teams playing zone, getting a little deliberate in the big games.
So the big three goes up. Jesse Kamas with the rebound. On the break, Kennedy Charles up and in.
Yeah, nice rebound. Outlet pass to the one man who could catch it. Kennedy Charles who puts it in for 2.
Okay, we come back the other way.
Yep, sticking with 2-3.
Yep.
Good look for the Connie to answer.
Yep. There's going to be a foul there. The rebound, the offensive by Jabril Holloman, second leading scorer on the Blue Devils team. We'll see who this is on.
Nope, that's going to be a foul on Holloman.
You are correct.
I believe. I didn't see an indication to the table.
It's blue ball, but
again, no foul reported.
That's
either way, Lewiston basketball.
Once again, we do not have Susie Kolber on the field or anybody else for that matter. So out deep here is Ducani.
Yeah, Kamas keeping a foot in the paint against Bigelow. Good look for Quick.
Yep. Wow, look at that offensive rebound, though. Yeah, that might be on Tower.
Yeah, I think that was Patia Donato with the block inside. And it is first foul on Toer, second on the Dogs.
Bulldogs foul is on number 3, Brady Toer. His first, second.
Okay, so that's the short jumper up and in for Holloman. Here's Donato. No, Charles holds on to it.
Got to be secure with the basketball, no matter what defense you're playing against.
Toa brings it out.
And a little diamond in one look here from Lewiston, face guarding. In this situation, Patia Donato.
Charles inside, blocked. Lewiston on the break. Wide open. Three doesn't fall. Kamas with the rebound. Wani with the ball. Kamas over half court. He's got Brady Toer on the right. Well, he gets it to the big guy. Why not? Kamas puts it in.
Yep, tough angle for Kamas, but he puts it in for two.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a heads-up play by Brady Toer to see the bigger man in there. And Portland has a 4-2 lead. And that's going to be Patia Donato. He's got Brady Toer on the break, but they get back quickly enough.
Got to be careful with that off arm.
He's going to be fouled. So
Foul be on Bigelow.
Bigelow will be his first.
Lewiston's first.
To Donato.
At the line for the Bulldogs,
Donato has struggled from the line this year.
14, Patia Donato.
Well, he did step it up down the stretch against Wyndham, hit the two to seal it. Front rim on the first. Kevin Rugabirwa and Drew Veyu checking in to replace Charles and Kamas respectively.
And Isaac Shannon will come in to replace Michael Click for Lewiston. So one. It's 5-2 with 3:18 left here in the first quarter. A very, very slow game, and usually that favors Portland.
It has
a low-scoring
recently,
game.
although they did lose a low-scoring game to the Devils.
Of all teams, so to speak. So there you go. So we have a jump ball here.
Arrow to Lewiston. No, arrow to Portland.
Brady Toer came up with it. It's almost like he was falling on a fumble. So he'll bring it over half court here. We have just about 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Portland's up by 3. Wani with the ball. Whoop. Back out again. So Lewiston with the quick hands.
Yeah, this looks like triangle and 2 defense from Lewiston, Steve.
Rugabirwa for 3.
That's a big one. If Kevin Rugabirwa can get hot from 3 in this building, look out.
It's 8-2 Portland now, a 6-point lead. No foul called.
Nice take by Shannon. Good ball movement to counter for Blue Devils.
8-4. Toer dribbles behind several. Throws it up. Veyu. Oh, he gets the rebound, but not in. He gets a second offensive rebound. And we have a travel. So 2 rebounds and a turnover out of that sequence. Shannon, cross court. Abdurim and Ducani. Here we go in the corner. Bigelow, and let's see, it's going to stay blue ball.
And Steve, based on the announcements, I wonder if Yusuf Ducani has changed jerseys to 0, as he was announced as the starter wearing number 0.
Well, I think that's what's going on then. He must be wearing his brother's shirt. regardless, no Ducani has scored yet.
Yeah, good steal by Kamas.
And here comes Pepito Garamgisha over to Kevin Rugabira. Garamgisha with the long three. It doesn't fall.
Yeah, a little bit of the Civic Center effect there, Steve.
Rebound to Holloman.
Depth perception off on the first shot for Pepito.
There's a lot of empty space here. There's a steal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
2 quick turnovers going the other way.
Yeah, Bulldogs with 5 turnovers, Lewiston with 3. As Cade Langley checks in for Lewiston.
Kennedy Charles will check back in for Garamgisha.
And Langley had a nice second game for Lewiston down in the Expo. Did yeoman's work on the boards. Expect for him to kind of be in there to counter Jesse Kamas.
So just a minute left here. Portland up 8-4 in a very, very low-scoring affair. Shannon outside. Bigelow, Shannon. Ducani, and that's got to be Youssef.
Got to help.
And then Remy Jowani is going to get caught with a foul, be shooting 2.
Yeah, Wani's first foul, Bulldogs third.
Brady Toer, who had taken a break, is set to check in for the Dogs.
His first team's third.
Not a bad crowd here, really, for the time of day, although you would expect a lot bigger crowd if this game were being played at night. It's currently 2 p.m. on Friday. I guess it's 2:12 right now. Ducani hits the first one. This is his first bucket of the game. Brings the Devils to within 3.
That kind of this odd afternoon tip-off for the Northern AA.
So he hits 2.
So 40 seconds left. We'll see if the Bulldogs can close out the quarter well. There's a hallmark of good teams, the ability to kind of close out when it matters.
Well, half a minute here to put something together. Here's Kamas. He's pressured. He stepped out. Oh, no, he's pushed.
Yep, the foul is going to be on Langley. His first, Lewiston second. So I would expect Kamas to try to stretch that triangle in 2. He can work kind of in that 15-foot range pretty nicely. So as Lewiston's committing their 2 best defenders are taking away Remy Jowani and Patia Donato. This is going to have to be a Jesse Kamas game.
Oh, forced pass in there. Not characteristic of Wani. Travel. So here we go again, right? 6-4 in turnovers. I mean, that's not a ton, but both teams turning it over at inopportune times. We've seen a couple of double turnovers, if you will, quickly.
We're on pace for 40 turnovers, and who would have guessed between these two teams?
18 seconds.
Good possession here.
Yeah, 18 seconds. They're up by 2. Kennedy Charles finds Patia Donato, comes out. Kamas posts up.
Got to know the time here. Good look for Charles.
Okay, but that was a good effort. And that's how we're going to end the quarter, 8-6, with Portland in front. Steve Schwartz and Frank Meyer, along with station manager Henry Gio on camera today. We're honored to have him with us.
And we can say for the first time we have a true professional on camera.
Yes, we do indeed. Also part of the Henry Gio, Seth Gio broadcasting team. Portland girls basketball.
Nice hands there by Owani to create that steal.
And plenty of Deering games as well, I might add. Donato inside, drives it home. So 10-6. Seems as though every possession is going to matter in this low-scoring contest so far. And that is going to be Youssef Ducani, number 0.
Nice hands by
the
Toer.
ball to Toer.
6 turnovers apiece. Portland on the move.
Kennedy Charles.
Yep.
Donato, here's Wani. Why not?
Good look. That's what the fast break can do, Steve. Prevents the defense from setting up in that triangle in 2.
So 13-6 is the score now. And almost another turnover.
Yep.
So
good read by Wani there. Deflections don't always end up being turnovers, but it's how you make it happen.
I think I'm going to call the Dogs All-State because they're the good hands people today.
So far, again, feels like, obviously, Steve, playoff basketball, every possession is big, but for Portland, this feels like a big defensive possession. If they can hold Lewiston here, there's a chance to extend that lead offensively.
Shannon inside to Bigelow. He waits. A nice move. His first 2 of the game. So the Dogs up by 5. 6:20 left here in the first half. 13-8 is the score. Here's Patia inside to Kamas. He's got 2. Too hard.
And Steve, you know that's my pet peeve. Don't bring the ball down.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh. Offensive foul.
Wow.
Connie.
I was just really fearful for Ducani and Brady Toer there.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing Toer get on that way as Coach Russo will take a timeout.
We will too with 6:02 left in the first half. So Portland's going to take it out on the far end.
Yep, scrambling defense here. Here's the 1-3-1. Looks like half court. Bigelow up top.
Ooh. Wani to Patia Donato, who skied to get that. Now he dribbles between 2. Goes across the way to Rugabira, who drives in, loses it.
It's a travel, but either way, it's a turnover.
Ooh. Goodness.
And count the basket.
Wow. And that's going to be on Wani. His second.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Substitution for Lewiston, number 11.
Drew Veo is going to check in for him.
Substitution for Portland, number 20, Drew Veo. Eli Bigelow at the line with 1 shot.
The winner today plays back-to-back, plays tomorrow, Saturday. Bigelow hits it. So it's 13-11. It's a 2-point game. So 5-point run here for Lewiston. Donato goes inside.
He's fouled.
And that's going to be on Boone.
Yep. His first, Lewiston second. 2-point game, big foul shots ahead for Patia Donato.
He's not had the best year at the line, but he hit some important ones in the last game against Wyndham.
In and out.
Hits 1 of 2. Gives the Dogs a 3-point lead with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first half. Bigelow. So the 2-3 zone working pretty well right now for the Dogs. Ducani inside. Back out again. We have a loss, and it should be Portland ball.
Yep, off Bigelow's foot. 7th Lewiston turnover, 8 for the Dogs. 15
between them. Brady Tor on the right side. Rugabira had that big three before, but really not much of a chance to get a shot off here since then. Here's Drew Veyu. Stops, thinks better of it, gets Brady Tor on the other side cutting. He's going to shoot it up.
Yeah, long two, no good. That's exactly what Lewiston wanted out of it.
And we're going to have a foul. That's going to be on Holloman, I believe. That could be his second. Oh, first. Team's fifth foul to Portland's 4. Drew Veyu now to inbound it. Deep to Tower. Tia Donato inside.
He's fouled. So Donato's getting to the rack, but Lewiston kind of beating him up, forcing him to beat the Devils from the line.
That is going to be Holloman's second.
We could just say you were prescient, Steve.
Right. Zoltar. Okay, well, hits the rim. So Lewiston's going to bring in Michael Click, and Portland is going to bring in Kennedy Charles at the next opportunity. Boone will take a seat for Lewiston. Yeah, Petitton out, hitting 1 of 2 again.
50%.
Yep. 4-point lead for Portland with 4:20 left here in the first half. 15-11 is the score. Portland setting up a 2-2-1.
Petit Donato going to the bench here, so offensively look for Camus, and I'm sure Lewiston will know that as well.
Guillaume Guicha set to check back in. Ducani with the long three. Watch out if he gets hot. His 5th point of the game brings the Devils to within 1. Rugabira. Juveu inside. Kennedy to Tower. Tower loses the ball. Ducani.
Nice take. He's fouled. Offensive.
Second time they've called that on Ducani. There's no questioning of that call by anybody down there.
Nope.
Petita Donato checks back in. Pepita Guillaume Guicha checks in. As Veyu and Rugabira will take a break.
1-3-1, expecting a little bit of motion out of the baseline from Portland here.
It's a 1-point Portland lead with 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Tor in the corner. Whew. Donato throws it up. It doesn't fall. The rebound to Cade Langley. Over to Bigelow. Connie inside. Back out again to Bigelow. He's going to tee it up for the 3. And Kennedy Charles will end up with it. Quickly out of the pack. Brady Tor on the right side. He sees Charles, and oh my goodness. 2 opportunities.
And a foul.
Just didn't happen. So Portland had the opportunity on the break.
And that's going to be 2 fouls on Jesse Camus. So Camus and Remy Jowani both in a little bit of early foul trouble here.
But Rugabira is going to come in for Tower.
Esposito, I think, for Camus on the next dead ball.
Again, 15-14, a 1-point Portland lead with 2:39 left here in the first half.
A little 2-3 extended zone.
All the way across. Langley inside.
Oh, that's going to be a foul on Camus. That's going to be 3. Esposito couldn't get in to spell him soon enough. That's going to spell some offensive trouble for Portland.
The floater by Holloman for 2, and now Lewiston takes a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left in the first half, 16-15.
Yeah, Lewiston's first lead of the contest. And nice work of the back trap out of the 1-3-1.
And a strip. Ducani up and in.
And timeout, Coach Russo.
So we're going to take one too with 1:46 left in the first half, and the Dogs down by 3. So here we go. Patia Donato to inbound after the Joe Russo timeout. We'll see what Coach Russo has up his sleeve.
I'd expect to see something for Kevin Rugabirwa, maybe a set play here.
Heads up play by Guillaume Guicha. Oh, the scoop. Whoa, my goodness.
That's supposed to be fouled.
Yep. I think that's, let's see, is that
Shannon?
Shannon, yeah, if he's in. Bigelow, his second. So shooting 2, or is he shooting 2 or is it 1 and 1? Let's see. Yeah, he wasn't in the act of shooting.
Oh, maybe they're saying he was.
Oh, I guess they do. Can bring the Dogs to within 2 here.
Yeah, Portland has gone almost 6 minutes without a field goal here.
And continuing the trend of hitting 1 out of 2 from the line, Sam Esposito makes it a 2-point game with 1:12 left in the first half.
50% three-point shooting, free throw shooting is not the recipe for winning in a tournament.
Back and forth, Bigelow, Ducani. This zone has done a pretty good job of containing Ducani today. Inside it will be Portland ball. Good hands again. That was Sam Esposito that forced that.
Yep, right through Langley's hands. 9th Lewiston turnover, 10 for Portland. So unfortunately, Steve's still on pace for 40.
Well, Sam Esposito has come into other games and given some good minutes this year, and he's done it today, and it's going to be necessary with Camus on the bench.
Yeah, that pass to Rugabirwa was the right idea. It was just a slight half-second too late.
26 seconds left. Charles.
He's
sees
open, you got to
Rugabirwa.
give it to him.
Yeah. Well, he can't see. He couldn't see him, but now he's going to float it up. That's not going to work. But he gets his own rebound, and it does. His 5th point of the game ties it up. There are 6 seconds left, folks. Ducani with the long 3. Doesn't hit it. Oh, my goodness. But the rebounding opportunity, the putback.
It's going to be Holloman.
By Holloman will make it 20-18 at the half. The Devils up by 2. We'll be joined by Mike Hoffer in a moment. So we're joined by Mike Hoffer at halftime. Mike, we've noticed over the course of the year that a low-scoring contest usually favors the Bulldogs. It didn't the last time that they played the Blue Devils. It doesn't look like it is right now either.
No, I mean, this is basically the game I expected. I thought Portland was looking good, up 13-6. They blink, and Lewiston's on a 12-2 run to kind of take over the game. I don't think it's exactly danger time for the Bulldogs. I would like to see them get Remy Jowani going somehow. I think he's going to have to score consistently in the second half for them to pull it out. But they force more turnovers than they've given away, which is a nice change from the last couple of meetings. So the Bulldogs are doing a decent job of taking care of the ball. They just got to put it in the basket a little more frequently.
Well, Frank, speaking about taking care of the ball, nevertheless, both teams are on a pace to have about 40 turnovers this game, which is what they did the last couple.
Yeah, the rock fight we expected, Steve. Again, it's 20-18 at the half. This plays out. I'm not a math expert. This looks like 40-36 if you double the score. But Portland's shooting 25% from the floor. You're not going to beat anybody if you're shooting under 30%. Lewiston had a nice second quarter offensively. They kind of got back into this one. As Michael said, it's going to be Remy Jowani time. Big time big-time players shine in the biggest moments. This is going to be his time to shine, whether he has 2 fouls, 3 fouls, 4 fouls. He's the guy who's going to get Portland through this round.
And how are we going to do that as both teams are playing a really effective zone?
They are. I mean, there are some open looks, though. And actually, Petilla Donato's done a nice job getting in the basket. I think you need to be aggressive. Takani picked up his second foul. Like, you want to go at him. I mean, if you can get him out of the game, certainly would be a bonus for the Bulldogs. But I don't think they need to reinvent the wheel here. They just need to execute a little bit better.
Folks, we're going to bring you all of the exciting second half action. And just one more thing, Mike, thank you so much for joining us this year. We hope we have a chance to join you one more time or two.
I would love that too, and it's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. And we are back for second half action as the Portland Bulldogs will possess. And Remy Jowani will take it in to Brady Tower.
Yeah, both teams will change their starting lineups. Lewiston will be Takani, Click, Holman, Bigelow, and Langley. And we have a turnover.
Wow. Takani, you give him that many chances and he's going to convert. So a 4-point lead for the Blue Devils here.
Yep, Dogs have Rugabira replacing Jesse Kamas out of their original starting lineup.
A little bit of a foul.
That's going to be on Click, number 5. His first.
Number 5, Michael Click. His first team's
Lewiston's first of the second half. Big one. Rugabira with a 3.
Brings the Dogs to within 1, and here's Ducani now. Langley inside. Ball taken away from Brady by Brady Tower.
A nice block there by Takani.
Petilla Donato ends up with it. And he's going to be fouled. Let's see if it's Langley or who.
I think it's Bigelow.
Could be the guy on the floor.
Nope, it's Langley. Langley second, Lewiston second.
number 24, Langley. That's his second. Team second. Team Donato, number 14 at the line. Bulldogs with 2 shots.
Another 2 shots for Petilla Donato. It's the first.
So he ties it. Again, 1 for 2. Oh,
nice
my
look.
goodness gracious.
Quick all alone.
Yeah.
They just forgot about him.
Number 5, Michael Click.
Brady Tower now, he's getting in a little bit of trouble, and he loses it as he tries to pass it into traffic. Once again, Donato with a strong rebounding opportunity. Rugabira, Donato, back to Charles for the 3, and he hits it. You know, year after year, there has been somebody, again, Lewiston, that's travel.
Yep.
Saw that coming. You know, year after year, Portland has had a player, whether it's Pedro Fonseca or just so many others who hit that crucial 3 at the right time. This time, it was Rugabira.
Charles.
And Charles, rather. Excuse me.
Rugabira has had a couple big 3s today, too.
Yeah, that's right. I put a 2 down, and it was a 3.
Yeah. Steal by Takani, and then a foul by Garmagisha. Torpedoes first, Bulldogs first in the second half. Again, got to be strong with the basketball. "12 turnovers for Portland, 13 for Lewiston." We'll get something on the floor.
Evidently. Referee pulling a little bit of maintenance there. Connie over half court.
Portland still in 2-3. Good look for Click.
And he hits it. Boy, he capitalizes on that, and that makes it a 2-point lead, 27-25. 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. It is absolutely anybody's game right now. Inside
pass. Fantastic pass there by Guillermo Gisha.
And Patia Donato converts, ties it up. Inside to Langley, outside again. Wow, Holloman. Bigelow and a steal.
Yeah, good hands by Ruggiero. Nice read.
And here's Guillermo Gisha. He's got Remy Giovanni to Charles. Charles is challenged by Ducani.
Nice pass again.
Oh, it was a nice move by Ruggiero too, but it didn't make it. And another turnover and another turnover. How many of those have we had today?
Yep, back and forth we go.
Ducani's going to be fouled.
But a block. We had to hope it's on Charles.
It is.
First foul on Kennedy. Second on the Dogs.
Wani with 2 fouls. Jesse Kamas with 3, by the way, and is not on the floor. Caden Boone will come in to replace Elijah Bigelow, and here comes Jesse Kamas.
Just as you mentioned his name, Steve.
Yeah, he's going to replace Kevin Ruggiero, Kennedy Charles.
I would expect to see Lewiston go at Jesse Kamas with their big man, Cade Langley. They can force a cheap foul here, maybe a hold defensively.
Oof. Great hands again. And Guillermo Gisha coming out of the pack. Oh my goodness, he goes down.
Yep, and he will be fouled. Again, hard foul, but a good foul, preventing the layup. So I think that'll be on Holman.
That'll be his third.
And Lewiston's third as well.
But the substitution is going to be Boone coming out. Again, 27-27, folks, with 4:05 left in the third quarter. It's a tie game. Donato inside, throws it up. Doesn't work. Cade Langley with, oh my goodness.
Man.
Quick foul there.
I think that'll be on Patia.
It'll be his first.
And it is. Again, Portland sticking with that 2-3.
Still a tie score as well. Nothing happening yet. Holloman inside, outside.
Good look for Click.
Wide
again.
open Click. Well, Holloman with new life there.
Yeah, Holloman's been a beast on the boards for the Lewiston so far.
He has, and many offensive rebounds today. Langley fighting a little bit there, no call. A forced shot, that should be Portland ball, as the last play to touch it was a Blue Devil.
Yeah, tough pass there by Click right into a bunch of feet. And Jesse Kamas came up with it before it was slapped out of bounds by the Devils.
Talk about a cliffhanger. 27-27, 2:50 left here in the third quarter.
And here's that 1-3-1 again.
Donato underneath.
Good pass, good finish.
10 points on the day. Double figures. The first one to double figures. The team, we have a steal. Rugabira up and in.
Coach Physic wants a timeout as well he should.
It's a 4-point Portland lead with 2:24 left in the third quarter. So, Frank, a little bit of a turn of events here with 2:24 left. Portland with that quick steal after 2 quick buckets there.
Yep, 6-0 run in the last 3 minutes for the Dogs. We'll see what adjustments Coach Physic made in that timeout.
That's Bigelow for 2. It's his 7th of the game. So within 2 now is Lewiston. Wani with the quick screen there. Oops, loses it.
Again, nice hands by DeConnie. He created that steal. We're going to see a block.
A block on Garam Gisha.
Yeah, I think you kind of see him twist in to try to get the contact there. Coach Russo doesn't like it. It's one of those, if you're setting up for the charge, you can't lean into him and go down. You know, the offensive player has a right to go around you. If not, it'll be a foul.
Well, he's got a chance to tie it up. Ducani doesn't miss much. That puts him in double figures with 10 to tie Kevin Rugabira and make it 11. So 1:40 left, a tie score, 31 all. Pito Garam Gisha. Jesse Kamas thought about it. And instead it was Rugabira. He practically willed that into the basket with that follow through. 34-31, 1:14 left in the third quarter.
Nice read.
Lonnie with the interception. If he can hold on to it.
Just like a defensive back there, but he couldn't secure the possession.
Kamas is going to come out, and Sam Esposito is going to come back in.
That wise coaching there by Coach Russo. Get the man with 3 fouls off the floor so he doesn't pick up a cheap fourth here before the fourth quarter. Just need one good defensive possession from Espo.
Connie fakes. Inside, outside. Whoop. No travel called. Well, nobody home.
Short.
Yeah. Portland ball here. 33.7 seconds left. Lewiston doesn't really have a student section here today that I can see. Portland does.
And again, Steve, it's that weird 2 o'clock tip-off on a weekday.
Yeah, very... Well, let's just say we're not on the committee, Frank. Oh, look at that. Horrible. Holloman. Okay, Garam Gisha's got 16 seconds. He doesn't have to rush.
Oh, boy. Yeah, got to know time and score in that situation, Steve.
Yeah. And that's the way to finish a quarter. So the third quarter ends with Portland up by 1, 34-33. So we are back for fourth quarter action. Steve Schwartz and Frank Meyer along with Henry Guillo on camera. WPPS TV3 bringing you Portland High School boys basketball all season long. How many years have we been doing this? I figured it's got to be at least 7.
I think it is 7, Steve. 2016 championship round was my first year. You've been doing it a lot longer than that.
But it hasn't been as much fun as when I've been doing it with you.
Yeah, tough foul called there on Girmagisha. That's going to be 3 on him.
So the total number of fouls is 5 for Portland and 3 for Lewiston. And Jesse Thomas comes back in now, and Sam Esposito will take a seat. Langley just prevents the backcourt there. Or it wouldn't have been if it was on the inbound.
No, just securing possession. Again, big 94-foot court here. It's the size we have at the Expo, but for Lewiston, they're not used to having all that room above the three-point line. So that's where that extra 10 feet comes in. Nice cut by Dakani.
Oh, and he misses. And Thomas with the rebound. That's a rare miss. A rare miss. For Ducani, oh my gosh. I guess it was tipped, but no, it's going to be, yeah. Remy Jowani having a little bit of trouble today with ball control.
Yeah, a little rough game for Remy. Still plenty of time to make up for it, though.
He is the star of this team, the leading scorer. He's going to take a seat right now. He's actually really a great young man. I had a chance to talk with him a little bit in Bangor.
Yeah, good kid. The kind of kid you can't help but pull for.
Ruggiero with the steal. He races down to the basket, up and in. A 3-point Portland lead, 36-33 with 6:45 left. Well, who are we kidding? I'm pulling for Portland no matter what anyway. And all of their players.
That's going to be a foul on Girmagisha. That's going to be 4. Capito's giving him some nice minutes, particularly in the defensive end.
And Brady Tower is going to come back in on the whistle. Langley will be at the line.
Substitution for the Bulldogs, number 3, Brady Tower.
Again, great fight on the boards by Langley, even though he's unable to corral it.
But that being said, Patia Donato is having a great game on the boards today. Inside, outside to Tower, he fakes it. Gets it to Patia Donato, fights hard, he's going to be fouled. He'll be shooting 2 at the line. Well, I think it'll be Bigelow, but we'll see.
And I think it is from up here. If it is, that's 3.
No, it's Langley, Colvin Langley.
No, Steve,
he's not in the game.
Bigelow.
Yeah, he's not in the game.
2 shots.
So it is going to be Bigelow. They'll straighten that out at some point. Now, Patia misses the first one. We're very early here in the fourth quarter, but he can make it a 2-possession game with...
Got to hit your foul shots.
Hits 1 of 2.
50%.
11 points on the day for Patia Donato. Langley falls on it, and we have a jump ball.
Arrow to Portland. Nice defense there by Jesse Thomas to poke the ball away without getting called for the foul. That's 20 turnovers on the Blue Devils. 17 on the Bulldogs. So we inch closer to the 40 turnover mark. Nice look.
Yeah. Well, He's been hot all day. Langley fights for that rebound.
Yeah, even though it didn't fall, you can't ask for a better wide open look off from your best shooter.
Right. And in and out. And another rebound tapped by Camas over to Batia Donato. 37-34, folks. 5.5 minutes left here in regulation of this game. Gabira wants that shot. Inside. The hook doesn't fall. Langley with the rebound.
A nice hustle there by Brady Tower to create that turnover with the deflection.
Gabira for the three. In and out.
And again, Steve, now this is that point in time
goodness.
where, again, good hustle by Tower to prevent the fast break, but this is the point in time for Kevin Rugabira. You maybe got to be a little self-aware. You missed two. Not saying be hesitant, but really make sure that you're getting a good look that's bringing you into the shot before you let it go.
4:49 left. Dogs up by 3.
So here we go off the timeout. Portland down, setting up the 2-3.
So Click with the ball. Bigelow. Back to Click.
Good look.
It's open. Wow. Batia Donato with yet another rebound. Ooh.
Offensive. I don't like that one, Steve. I'm not a big fan of that. The defender appeared to be moving. Coach Russo disagrees as well. Beat Takani up top, back to Click. To Takani, drives, kicks.
Bigelow now, beyond the arc. Ducani, cross court to Kick. Click. Click in trouble. Bigelow throws it up. And he gets the three.
That'll tie it up.
Ties it up. 3:33 left. Tower. Oh, a nice no-look pass. 2 of them in. Camas will be at the line shooting 2. I think that's going to be on Langley. No, I'm wrong. It is going to be on Ducani, his 3rd.
A couple big foul shots here from Jesse Camas. 3:20 to play. We are well into Susie Schwartz time.
Most important part of any game, the last 5 minutes.
Got to hit your foul shots. Gary Magisha checks back in. 3:20 to play. Playing with 4 fouls. He'll replace Tower.
So 1 of 2.
The lone howl didn't rattle him.
No, Portland up by 1. Setting up for a very exciting last 3 minutes of this game. Holloman quiet today.
Nice block there by Camas. Takani, no good. Rebound to Remy Giovanni.
So he does do it one way or the other. 38-37, 2:45 left. Guillaume Geisha over everything and off of Wani's hands.
Yeah, again, a little bit of depth perception problem there with that air ball.
Nobody here from Lewiston to say it, though, so that's good. And now here come Brady Tora and Kevin Rugabira for Kennedy Charles and Pepito Graham-Gisha.
Yeah, we'll rotate the guards here.
Some fresh legs, if you will, a new line. Bigelow looks for Langley inside on the post.
Oh, nice look.
He finds him that way instead.
That's going to be a foul on Camus, his fourth. I would expect him to play through this, though. You don't get to this point in the season and take your big man off the floor if you're Portland.
Langley with a chance to give the Blue Devils a lead. He'll be shooting 2. He does not make the first one. He can tie it.
And situational, if you're Coach Russo, you've got to maybe think about a little an offense-defense kind of arrangement with Camus here, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of stoppages here in the last 2 minutes.
Langley with his second point of the game. And it's tied up at 38 with 2:12 left. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Russo. So 2:10 left, tie score. We'll be back. So here we go. We got 2:10 left and a tie score.
Yeah, look for high percentage shots. Hopefully something going towards the rim for Portland. It's going to be judicious about that catch and pull.
You certainly want Kevin Rugabira to be open.
Yeah, but again, that 3, not a high percentage shot. This game's getting shorter by the second. So an open look is going to be critical, and an open high percentage look.
That begs for an inside play.
Travel. That's what you can't have.
Well, 1:44 left here. And the name
19th Portland turnover.
Yeah, the name of the game all year has been turnovers. And certainly between these two teams.
And that is the 40th turnover of the game. We have a foul on Bigelow, I believe.
That'll be his 4th, I think. Still not on the bonus yet. Portland has 8. Lewiston 6.
Yeah, so no more fouls to give for Lewiston. So turnover apiece, same situation, just 90 seconds to play here for Portland.
Once again, they say Coven Langley, but we know that that's Bigelow, since Coven Langley's not on the court.
Wow. Big time players make big time plays, Steve.
Wani hits it when he needed it.
That was one of those no, yes moments.
It's a 3-point Portland lead with 1:08 left.
And for Lewiston here, they don't need a 3. They can attack here. Still plenty of time.
But it's not so easy to attack with that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, Portland packing it in. Again, great hands there by Wani, the deflection. Baseline inbound for Lewiston. Coach Physical, talk it over.
52.8 seconds left. It's 41-38. We're going to stay with you. Why not? Frank, you spoke about the fact that that this could end up being a 40 turnover game, and it is. But here we are at the very end, and as you said, big players make big plays. Remy Giovanni's had a very quiet game today, not even a very good game. Boy, he came up strong right there.
Yeah, and it was kind of a funky shot where there were 2 players on him. They both left him. He said, "Why not?" and just pulled the trigger. For Lewiston, though, we talk about big-time players. This has to be Yusuf Dakani time. I would expect the inbound to somehow go through him, because if you're Lewiston, you don't want to leave your last moment on this floor without Yusuf Dakani having the ball in his hands with a chance to tie it or get a little bit closer. Lewiston doesn't need a 3 here. An open 3 obviously would be a nice look for them, but something high percentage. They still have plenty of time to go for a steal and foul. They're in the penalty already, which is what you want. So they'll be sending Portland to the line as a kind of a chance to get the ball back. So I would definitely look for something high percentage from Lewiston. You know that Portland's going to close out hard on DeConnie, so DeConnie will probably have his eyes open inside to see if there's any help side defense coming out on him.
Well, it all comes down to 52.8 seconds and Portland up by 3. A lot of turnovers in this game. Let's see if Portland can force one. Click in the corner. He's been hot from there. Oh, another rebound, though, by Holloman. And a steal. And here's Brady Tower on the left side. Oh, and he
just
passed
protect the basketball.
Yep. Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah. Again, you have to, a layup there would have been nice, but you must protect the basketball in that situation. Hey, Coach Russo is going to take a timeout.
So there's 37.4 seconds left. 48-38 is the score. Portland's ball here. Still, I thought there was a foul, but I don't see it up on the board, Frank.
I think Coach Russo might have got the timeout off before the foul was called, as he kind of recognized that Ruggiero was in trouble in the corner, trying to preserve the possession. But I would definitely expect a quick lunge for a steal if you're Lewiston. If they don't get the steal, they have to foul here. For Portland, I would expect them to try to get the ball into their foul shooters' hands. Ruggiero, Remy Jowani, players they know they can send to the line and get, a make out of at least. There's one foul shot here is going to be key. That makes it into a 4-point game, a 2-possession game for all intents and purposes.
Well, the point is well taken with 37.4 seconds left. That can be a lifetime in a game like this, though, correct?
Yeah, and I would not expect Lewiston to just go for the immediate, more or less intentional foul. They have quick hands. They're going to be going for the ball here because they can get that strip and get a steal, create that turnover. Devils will have a chance to kind of race down the floor and get a quick one. Bulldogs with 1 timeout left, Lewiston with 2.
So Remy Jowani to inbound.
And kind of a strange spot to inbound the ball from, too, here. More or less in the corner, but they're not going to defend him.
Thomas with the ball.
Again, protect the basketball. There's the foul by Quick.
So those were clearly the instructions by Coach Physic. And why not? Now they're in the bonus.
Yep. And they needed to. This is how Lewiston gets the ball back.
Right. And in the meantime, Tower can make it a 2-possession game if he hits this.
Big foul shot from Tower.
Yeah. That, his only point of the game becomes one of the most important baskets of this game.
Yeah, and if you're Portland, it's the opposite's true. You don't foul here. Play tough defense. I'd expect to see a little full court man here, maybe.
Oh, they lost it. Brady Tower has it. 26.4 seconds left. He's going to be fouled. Jesse Thomas. That's going to be on, I think, Boone.
Yep, Portland crowd's excited.
Shooting 1-1 for 24, Jesse Thomas.
1-1 here.
Thomas all year long, he has hit important shots, foul shots from the line. The big man does it again.
Yeah, he earns the second.
A can of corn for him. His 5th points of the game. 44-38 is the score. Ducani is going to try to do it himself.
Again, no fouls here. That's the important piece. No fouls.
Bigelow. Thomas gets the ball.
And he'll be fouled.
And that'll be Boone again.
With 9 seconds left, Steve. Unless Reggie Miller's walking through that door, we might be back here tomorrow night. And so Portland going with some fresh legs and some speed here. Charles and Girmagisha. I'd expect Charles on Dakani.
Jesse Kamas.
Just about putting the exclamation point on this one.
My goodness. Portland came up big in the end.
Yeah, an 8-1 run in the last 3 minutes to close out this game. Brought on by that great defense we've seen out of Portland all year long.
So important. He's got 5 foul shots in this quarter.
And he gets a nice hand from the student section. The Portland supporters there. As this one's all over but the shouting. And again, only
Ducani goes coast to coast. We're going to have a timeout by Lewiston here with 3.1 seconds left. And Portland with a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and again, that timeout's really just to stop the clock. Portland didn't even have to inbound the ball when it came out the bottom of the net. So again, Lewiston here, you need a miracle. They need to steal 3, timeout, followed by a steal to 3. Which again, unless you have Reggie Miller walking through that door.
We see Chevrolet and Oxford Hills set to play next here for the right to go to the next level of semifinal to face Portland tomorrow.
Old school, Steve, just like the old days, the back-to-back for the big clash at the Civic Center.
It looks like our team is, the band is going to be back together tomorrow for the game. We have Henry, we have you, we have me. And that does it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a win. 46-40. We'll catch the team shaking hands. And after that, Frank and I will be back to wrap up with you.
The Portland High School Bulldogs 46, the Lewiston High School Blue Devils 40.
So the leading scorers today, Yusef Ducani for Lewiston, actually tied Kevin Rugabira. They each had 15 points. Next up for Lewiston was Elijah Bigelow and Jabril Holloman, their second leading scorer, usually 6 points. Michael Click with 5, and that pretty much rounds out the scorers for Lewiston. How about Portland?
Yeah, for the Bulldog, Kevin Rugabira led the way with 15 points, along with a nice assist, a couple steals. Patia Donato 11.7 rebounds. Jesse Kamas, 7.6 rebounds. 6 from Remy Giovanni, 5 from Kennedy Charles, and a point apiece, big foul shots from the seniors, Sam Esposito and Brady Tower.
And finally, we'll just mention Jabril Holloman also had a half a dozen rebounds, including at least 4 offensive rebounds today. Cade Langley had a half a dozen as well. So that does it in terms of the scoring. So, Frank, in a real cliffhanger today, my goodness, you know, as you talk about big players stepping up and making big plays, Remy Giovanni with that huge 3 in the fourth quarter, and Brady Tower with that very important, just as 1 point today, very important foul shot, making it a 2-possession game. Jesse Kamas icing it in the end with 5 foul shots.
Yeah, 5 in a row by Jesse Kamas in the fourth quarter. That capped a 12-7 fourth quarter. It was 12-5 before the desperation layup by Dakani. So fantastic way to close out that game for Portland. Great fourth quarter, great last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter from Coach Russo's team.
And we're going to stay here and watch the Chevrolet Oxford Hills game. Who do you like in that game, and does that matter to Portland?
Well, I think if you're Portland, you're going to want to see Chevrolet. I mean, more than Oxford Hills. These are 2 teams that Portland beat Chevrolet twice, lost Oxford Hills twice. We had that overtime game up in South Paris. I think both these teams provide matchup problems for the Bulldogs. You know, Chevrolet has Silvano Ishmael, they like to run and gun, get up and down the floor. They're going to look to put the ball in the hole. And as we've seen, Portland struggles to score points. On the flip side, Oxford Hills just seems to me to be the most polished. They have Polkin in their point guard, Tegan Pelletier, a whole slew of others. They can play inside and outside. I think their ability to score inside gives them the advantage against Chevrolet and would give them the advantage against Portland in a regional final.
Well, folks, we get to watch it, whatever it is, and we're going to bring it to you on WPPS TV3. This is Steve Schwartz for Frank Myatt, Henry Gio, and Mike Hoffer saying so long from the Cross Insurance Arena, where today the Portland Bulldogs are victorious, 46-40. Good night.